Y'all, that Irish is going off on the gram. That Irish is going off on the gram. Let me tell you what she had to say, okay? Just about 7 hours ago. Irish said this: "Thank you, God. I no longer have to be part of any editing that doesn't include you, God. There was no need to whine and be fake about being a part of this group for attention. We didn't have to stab each other in the backs to convince y'all to let us perform for y'all. Most importantly, thank you, God, for teaching me to stand for something and someone when it mattered. If I stand for nothing, I will fall for anything. There's something about honesty that carries me. I'm so proud to live in it with him. Honesty, truth, we got to do better. Sisters, support sisters, childlike, all will meet their maker. He is God." Okay. Then she says, "Anyway, I've tried to ask, but do y'all know of any good book that I can read? I'm just a little bored. I can always read a few chapters of my Bible, though." Then she says, "I love y'all. I really do. Hashtag my truth." And in it is a picture of 702. Now, I mean, I could have sworn from what we had seen on the show that there was a lot of, fighting and stuff like that in 702 as well. So, I mean, I don't know why she glamorizing that group necessarily, but this is her truth and this is what she's saying. I'm assuming she means she was bored with the episode last night, but I can't really be quite sure. But it just seems like she's throwing a whole lot of shade. So we're going to get down to the bottom of it. Well, what's up, Sky Squad? We are back in the building and we talking the Encore. Lots going on today, okay? Now, we just talked about Irish throwing a little bit of shade, throwing a whole lot of shade at the girls from the Encore, at the group, at the editing process, at everything, okay? She just threw a shade grenade at everything. It seems like she's still a little bit upset about that thing there too. So, she might be a little traumatized by that whole experience. Probably about as traumatized as Kiely is from all them groups that she done been in. But we'll get into that too. Let me know where you're watching from in the chatterization. Y'all know we about to get into this thing. We got a little bit of news and a little bit of tea to talk about before we get into that. I want to know where my people are watching from. Okay. Can I know where you're watching from? I see Vegas is in the his naive. Come on now. Bowie, Maryland, Hillside, New Jersey is in the building. Clearwater, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, New Haven, Memphis. I see you, Alabama, New Jersey. Come on now. Give it to us. Give it to us. Let us know where you are in the chatterization. Let us know where you guys are watching from. Okay. While we doing that, okay. We got Cali, St. Martin, London, Chi-Town, ATL, Alexandria, Virginia, Charlotte. I see y'all. Come on now. Come on. All our people up in his naive, Vegas, Durham, Los Angeles. Hey, love you right back. Let's get into it. Y'all ready for the next look? Y'all ready for the next big drop we got for y'all? Let's get into the next big drop. If you head on over to your girl Kiely's page, what you will find is this. Kiely has deleted much of everything that's been on her Instagram. Actually, she deleted everything, or she archived it on one of them, and she posted this. Now, if you notice, this looks like the logo for the group, Blueprint, okay? And so then, apparently, if you go to the website, theyarblueprint.com, you will see, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's see what it say. Let's see what it say. Hopefully don't no music blast out. We got a countdown right here, y'all. 6 days, 11 hours, 54 minutes, and 25 seconds, okay? Until the blueprint. Hold on. Y'all can't see that. Let me open it up and let me open up the countdown so y'all can see it. There you go. That's the website right there. They are Blueprint. So the music is coming, y'all. The music is coming. Okay. This is definitely different from the logo that we saw on the show last night. So we about to see what they about to do. Okay. In about 6 days, we about to see what they about to do. Now, heading back over to Kiely's page, what you guys will see is this. And I wanted to share this with you because I know a lot of you guys are really into the music like I am. Carlos King right up under here says, take all my iTunes money. Okay. So the music, from what I'm understanding, when I did ask Carlos about the music, he said we was going to get some. So what we can see right here is that it looks like we got about 6 more days to get this good music. Now, I'm excited about it. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know. I'm excited about it. I'm like, let's get the word out there. Let's do the doggone thing. I did not see this posted on anybody else's page but Kiely's. So we'll just have to wait and see what the other girls do. Let me see if it's on Shamari's page. Let me see what Shamari got on her page real quick. Let me see while we right here. Shamari Devo. And I'm just doing a little check in the background. Oh, okay. Hold up now. Let me go on over to Shamari's page and show y'all what she got over there. This is interesting. Okay. So it says right here, Blueprint, August the 11th, available on all streaming platforms. They are blueprint.com. She says original music from BET Presents the Encore will be available on all streaming platforms on August the 11th. I hope you guys enjoy the music that came from all of the drama. So August the 11th, just to give you guys some perspective, is next Wednesday. Okay. So next Wednesday, we're going to get the music. And we about to see what it's about to do, y'all. We about to see what it's about to do. I didn't see this on anybody else's page, but I guess we'll just, have to wait and see how things pan out. But there you guys go. Blueprint in the building. Next Wednesday, y'all. We about to get into this thing. You know what? I was trying to figure out a way I could do like a little listening party. How can I figure that out? I'm gonna work on that. And we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna talk about the songs. I want to do that because I think that's gonna be fun. Okay. Anyway, y'all ready to get into this thing? We're gonna rate the episode on a scale of 1 to 10. We're talking BET Presents the Encore, episode 9 for season 1. Okay, we got one more episode after this, and this episode is called Stack That. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I want to know what you guys think of this episode. I'm gonna have to give this episode an 8.5. Okay. And I feel like, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because I just feel like I told y'all last week what I did not want. Okay. I did not want an episode full of Kiely trying to make a decision about whether or not she was gonna be up in this here group or not. Okay. Coming soon, boo. Coming soon. That could be a good idea, Rebecca. Yeah, I just felt like I just had to take away some points for this whole back and forth with Kiely, and clearly Kiely has been traumatized by these here groups in the past. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it really makes a big difference without having Nivea in the house, without having Menthol Misha in the house, and without Irish in the house as well. And even without hey, Miss Cinnamon in the building. She says, I'm Cinnamon, the voice coach from the Encore. I finally got to teach. We finally did get to see, a lot more of the vocal lessons that you were providing. to Pam and Shamari. It would have been interesting to see you working with some of the other girls as well. I wish that could have been shown. And I wonder if we'll have a reunion for this show or not. But let's get in here, okay? Let's get on up into this thing. Now, we start the episode with the ladies cooking. Kiely's having some vivid dreams, and Shamari tells her, girl, you pregnant. Now, I had never heard this superstition before, but okay, we'll rock with it. Kiely says, I ain't pregnant, girl. Cedar calls them into the room. She reminds them of why they are here. In 72 hours' time, they will have to step up on the stage, and Felicia, being the queen, needs to make sure, okay, that they all, that everything falls into place, okay? They're having a tech rehearsal the next day, but 2 of the songs don't even have complete choreography, and they have to have another wardrobe fitting because the first one was not the business. So they have basically 3 days to put a whole show together. Felicia says they could use a 5th member because honestly, it's interesting to me that she wants a 5th member because she was so busy running all the other girls out of the group. But I guess you need what you need, okay? Shamari says Kiely is a star and wants her to participate. Now, Kiely is clearly traumatized by something that happened in both of them groups that she was in. So from the 3LW to the Cheetah Girls, there is something that she has experienced in the past that is really mentally leaving her stuck. She doesn't, and it's interesting to me because to me, Kiely is probably one of the more interesting characters on this show because she's really unpredictable to me. And I like that. And she seems very layered with what she reveals and how it comes out. And this trauma that has resulted in, that has left her in this way seems very interesting to me because she doesn't go into detail with what happened in the Cheetah Girls. So I still don't understand what really happened. Anyway, she says she has a husband and a family, and she doesn't want to open her life to that scrutiny. Now, here's what I thought, and maybe now going back, I wish I had asked Carlos this, and maybe Cinnamon, you can chime in the chat. Elmo says Kiely and her momager and her sister who worked for Kiely bullied her group mates. Now it's coming back on her. Ooh, interesting. Thank you, Elmo. When Kiely says she doesn't want all this public scrutiny on her because she has a family now, it led me to wonder, in my mind, I thought that this was just going to be put together a super group, y'all perform one good time, and put out some music. It would almost seem as though Kiely is saying that by joining this group, she is locked into some years-long commitment to tour, make albums, do a lot of press with these women, and so forth. I guess I thought it was just going to be for the sake of, can they do it? I didn't know it was going to be, this is the actual group, and then they're going to go on tour and promote and do all that kind of stuff like that. Because otherwise, it didn't make sense to me why she was so like, oh my God, the scrutiny. Because you're already on the show. You're on the show already. People see you. We can see you and we can scrutinize you now. So whether you're in the group or not, we're still scrutinizing you because you're on the show. I didn't understand that. Rebecca G says Kiely talked all that junk about everybody else singing, then gets in the booth and it's trash. That's shaking my head. Y'all are so, y'all is calling it out today. Okay. Kiely says her issue is trust, and then she says she'll do whatever they need her to do, and she's crying the entire time. Now Pam is off to the side being real quiet, okay? And then when she does speak in her confessional, I feel like Pam need to get rid of them braids, okay? Because them braids and editors, production, them braids of Pam's, they keep covering her microphone, and I can't ever hear what Pam is saying. So I feel like every time Pam is speaking, it sounds like this. She's talking, and I can't hear a word she's saying. The microphone covered. The microphone is covered by 20,000 braids, okay? Anyway, that's just my off tangent real quick. I just had to get that out of my system because it's been bothering me. It's been bothering me, okay? Shamari gets a new confessional in this silvery gray wig. It could be pink for all I know because I'm colorblind. But anyway, she looked real good. Side note, my friend Kiely, who lives in Los Angeles, did her makeup and she looks fabulous. So Dee, shout out to you. Anyway, they get into rehearsal, okay, into dance rehearsal, and they have some tips with Kiely, okay? Yeah, I mean, listen, Pam's braids they look great, but they be covering the mic up. They be covering the mic. Okay. Anyway, they get into dance rehearsal and they annoyed with Kiely because she can't get the dance routines. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, Kiely claimed she didn't want to be part of the group. So she obviously ain't been paying too much attention in dance rehearsal. So now y'all want her to get it, and it's only 3 days left. If y'all hadn't been running off all them other girls, y'all would have people in there that would do it. Bruce. Oh, Richie, you shady for that Pam comment. It's the truth. It is the truth. Watch it back. If you go watch the playback, though, you will see that you cannot. There are so many moments in the show where Pam's mic is muffled and you cannot understand what she is saying because I believe it is her hair that is covering her mic. It's the truth. It's the truth, Bruce. Thank you for that super chat. Now, Kiely can't get the dance routines exactly right. Aaliyah is having a hard time trying to get Kiely to get into it. And Kiely is suddenly just done and got to go. And Aaliyah suggests that Kiely go get some rest. And then Kiely passively, aggressively agrees to leave. Now, in my mind, I feel like Kiely is giving me Aubrey vibes right now. And what I mean by that is Aubrey talked a lot of talk, and I believe that Aubrey wanted to do the work. But when it came time for Aubrey to lead, Aubrey wasn't really all that into it. I feel like the same thing is happening with Kiely. You talked a lot of talk about people not working, but yet now that you have agreed to be in this group, it is you who has to do the hard work. And now you, because of your past trauma, are unwilling to put forth every effort that you have because y'all only got 3 days left in order to make the group succeed. It just boggles my mind how similar she is to Aubrey, but does not want to admit it, okay? So then, the next day, Shamari goes to talk to Kiely about participating in the group. Kiely says she doesn't like performing. She doesn't like singing. She doesn't like signing autographs. She doesn't like meet and greets. She don't like talking to people. She don't like seeing people. She don't like having fans. She don't like having to put albums out. She don't like going on tour. She don't like nothing, okay? None of it. She is over it, okay? And she breaks down in her confessional and is crying. And in my mind, I'm like, there is so much trauma that she is dealing with. It is almost destructive for the group that she's currently in because she ain't dealt with the trauma from before. Anyway, Cinnamon comes over. Hey, Cinnamon. And she's working with Pam and Shamari on vocals. And she calls them out about being winded when they are in rehearsal and they haven't even been dancing full out, okay? They haven't been, and they also haven't been doing their exercises. Why? Why haven't y'all been doing your exercises? Y'all have had time to argue every other day. Y'all should have been taking a lot more time out of arguing and putting it into that breath control and that singing, okay? Like she had told y'all to do. They realize now that it's a whole lot of pressure because there's way less people. If you had done your due diligence and tried to talk to these and tried to calm those twins down, you wouldn't have lost everybody, okay? But y'all didn't do nothing. So y'all done let these other girls run them other girls out the group. And so now y'all are down to 4 or 5 people. And now y'all got to do extra work. Okay. I have to blame y'all because y'all ain't step up to the plate and say, hold up, y'all not going to do this. Y'all not going to keep running off members of the group. Okay. Anyway, Cinnamon coaches them to stop shorting themselves by saying that they can't do this or that. Okay. What I miss? I missed something? Something happened in the chat. Hold on. Something happened in the chat. Now, what happened? What I missed? Chantel says, you need to get Miss Cinnamon on the line ASAP. She has some tea on Kiely that we need to know now. I'm trying to see where it was. What'd she say? Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We're going to rectify real nice and quick. Real nice and quick. Listen. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to put the link down in the description down below. And if Miss Cinnamon wants to come on the line and have a little chatterization, Miss Cinnamon, you are more than welcome to. I put the link right there. But don't nobody else jump on it because I want to save it for her. Because if she got some tea that needs to happen in the chat, we need to go ahead and get it. Okay? Let's go ahead and get it. So Miss Cinnamon, if you want to go ahead and jump on and do a voice chat, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's the spur of the moment. Come on in. Come on in the room. Okay? The room is open for you. But until then, we're going to get back to this review. Okay? I'm just looking at the chat real quick to see what I see. I'm going to put it down here one more again. Okay. Now, Pam and the twins are working on the female empowerment song called Say Something. She's feeling sentimental, and Felicia finally realizes that as queen, that she needs to make some teamwork happen. Finally. You know, it's so funny to me that it takes for 4 women to leave the group and for you to have to do all this extra work for you to finally realize y'all need to work as a team. Ain't that a B? Ain't that something? Pam finally feels like the house is on one page. Shamari and Kiely talk about the show. Kiely realizes that she's been drinking so much wine since she's been in the house. Okay. Nivea then calls the girls, or Pam calls Nivea. I don't know what happened one way or another. Okay. But whatever it was, Nivea obviously did not want to talk to Kiely. She didn't want to talk to Fallon, and she obviously did not want to talk to Felicia. Okay, because Pam only calls Shamari in the room to talk to Nivea. She says she does not regret her decision to leave. She was heartbroken by the way things fell apart, and she just could not take it anymore. And she said, God said, leave or go to jail. Okay. So she chose to leave. All right. Shamari is upset because Nivea was her roommate. Pam relays that Kiely and the twins miss her or whatever. Nivea hopes that they as women will inspire other women. But again, I noticed that they didn't have Kiely and the twins in the room to talk to Nivea, because I believe Nivea was like, I don't want to talk to those girls. That's how I felt. That's how I felt on it. Anyway, the ladies are preparing for an all-night rehearsal. Pam realizes that Kiely is doing a lot because she's having to learn routines. She's having to sing extra parts, and she's also having to try to creative direct and manage these outfits for the wardrobe fitting. Okay. Aaliyah, the choreographer, joins the group. She's very excited and asks Kiely how she feels. Kiely says she's doing what she needs to do, and Aaliyah realizes that sometimes Kiely wants to participate, but sometimes she doesn't. And again, I wrote down here, Kiely's attitude reminds me of Aubrey's when Aubrey became queen. Now, Fallon is now complaining about losing so many group members. And I'm just kind of like, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say, Fallon, about losing no group members. I would have thought you would have been happy about losing all of the group members because you didn't want them to do anything anyway. So for me, I feel like you should be happy, but she's not. They miss Misha because she was a true soprano. And so Shamari has to go in to sing her vocals on Only God Knows. So she does hit the notes. Kiely is up next for talking, okay? But she's feeling pressure and she then races out of the studio after she gets her vocals down. She also admits, girl, I'm not a singer, okay? If you're not a singer, I digress. Anyway, Pam goes in for skeletons, okay? And they do that. And then all the songs have miraculously been re-recorded with new vocals. Yes, okay? Aaliyah arrives to work with Kiely 101. She says the best way to do it, to get through it, is just to do it. And it's good to see that she's finally on board, at least for this moment, okay? Because we know that's not going to last long. Next up is another wardrobe fitting. Shamari says that Fallon had been very specific with the wardrobe people, so she is hopeful that they're going to look good, okay? Now, I don't know these wardrobe people, and I don't mean no disrespect to them. But I swear, it should not be that difficult to find some outfits for these ladies. Why would y'all have Kiely up in that outfit? Why are you putting Shamari up in this red latex? Why is there nothing cohesive? Why is it all the leather and strings and things? Why? Why is it? Listen, I'm not a wardrobe stylist, but I could have ran down to the Target and got them some better outfits than that. And again, that's no shade to the wardrobe people, but I just didn't like what I was seeing, and neither did the girls. So I feel like, we could go to Rave and get some stuff that's better than this and put it on and slap it on them, okay? Because these outfits, they ain't the business. Oh, Nikki says they asked for strings. They asked for strings? For what? Why? 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 No strings and things. No strings and things. Okay. Somebody get the wardrobe stylist on the line too while we at it now. So we can get to the bottom of this, because again, I could have went to Rave and got some stuff. Kiely is unhappy with everything, and she says it's lacking, and she feels responsible because she's artist and A&R, and she feels like she is looking like a wannabe Bootsy Collins. Kiely straight up walks out of the fitting. Back in the studio, Felicia is working with Cosign, and she suddenly is on Cosign's side, and she compliments him for being a great producer. We learned that she has worked with him plenty of times back in LA, and now he's also happy that they are getting along. After all this, I would not trust her, okay? And that's just me. Anyway, Kiely is upset because she sent photos to Wardrobe. Felicia senses a meltdown from Kiely, so as queen, she wants to step in and help out. So Felicia and Shamari speak with the Wardrobe about new options. Pam is saying that she's starting to see that the twins have hearts, okay? They come up with some wardrobe changes that sound to me like this. This is what I gathered. It was going to be a onesie, and then after they're going to pull down the onesie, okay, and they're going to tie it around their waist. And they must going to have on some type of, brassiere or corset or something. And then out of nowhere, the choir robes is going to fall down from the sky. Okay, the choir robe's gonna fall down from the sky for Pam's song, and then they're gonna do the gospel. Okay, and then it's probably gonna be some water that splash up too, so that everybody can be bathed. All right, and then they're gonna pull back up. They're gonna take off the robe, pull back up the onesie, and then they're gonna finish and pull back down the onesie again. That's what I got from this whole situation. Because there was some choir robes mentioned up in there. Okay, it was some choir. I did hear choir robes mentioned up in there. Yes, indeed. Kiely is just nodding her head because she just like, girl, I'm just trying to get through it right now. Anyway, Kiely still has an issue because she feels like the wardrobe does not match the energy and effort that the group has been putting in. Now, later she tells Fallon that she may not be able to perform with them after all. Again, okay? Now, Fallon is about to have a meltdown, and she wants to know if Kiely is going to talk to the girls and let them know the news. So Fallon goes to gather the rest of the girls and give them the news that Kiely is not going to perform with them. Shamari is annoyed because of all the changes and says if Kiely doesn't get on stage, she not getting on stage either, okay? She not getting on stage either. So Shamari then goes to talk to Pam with her muffled mic yet again, okay? Because she knows that Pam is not going to want to do the bump and grind secular music that Kiely is willing to do. You know what I'm saying? Kiely is willing to drop down low and hit the flow with it, but Pam is going to just stand behind the pulpit, okay? She is not going to drop down and get your eagle on, girl, okay? Because that ain't her ministry. So she know they're in for a problem if Kiely don't perform, because Kiely was willing to, do the drop down. And so anyway, this is a mess. I'm telling you, this whole ending part was a mess, okay? So Shamari tell Kiely that if Kiely don't get on that stage, nobody's getting on that stage, okay? They tell her now is not the time to back up, okay? Me too. I'm tired. I'm so tired. All these broken promises. Okay. Anyway, then Kiely admits that she's been in and out because of her own personal history. Okay. And she does not want to let them down. So she decides that she is finally gonna sing with the group. Okay. She's gonna finally sing with the group and they celebrate. She says that she's gonna give them her best because that's what they deserve. Okay. We got one more episode to go. Now, I told y'all previously, I did not want a whole episode of Kiely going back and forth about whether or not she was going to sing and dance and pop it in this group. I wanted an affirmative and I needed that answer, and I didn't need a full 40 minutes of her going back and forth about it because quite honestly, I would have been more interested in seeing these vocal rehearsals and these dance routine rehearsals because I feel like we ain't seen enough of them. Okay. Now y'all remember back in the day with making the band. Okay. We saw a whole lot of dance rehearsals. We saw a whole lot of singing rehearsals and we saw a whole lot of the making the music. I wanted to see a little bit more of that versus them trying to convince her whether or not to dance. And I also want to understand this wardrobe situation. Why is it so hard to get down? And I understand it's 5 different women at this point, and they got 5 different body types and personalities. But surely, you can find something for each woman to feel wonderful and sexy and beautiful in that corresponds with the next. Heck, just put them in all black. Easy breezy. You can't never go wrong with that. That's why I wear black a lot. You ain't got to make a lot of decisions. It should be easy. Okay? It should be easy. And yes, you're right. First Lady, Pam also gave me too. I don't really care for Kiely being in the group vibes because when that camera panned over to her and they was asking her what she thought about Kiely being in the group and she was silent And it won't just because that mic was muffled. I was getting the impression that she don't really feel Kiely like that. She don't really like her like that. So that's going to be real interesting to see how that play out. But, you know, as long as her hand on the Bible, I feel like she'll be okay. Okay, she ain't gonna cut loose. Now I do need a reunion. I would like a reunion. You know, it would be nice to see a reunion. But the way Irish talking online, I don't think she coming. You know what I'm saying? Because she sounds like she traumatized by this whole experience as well. So I wouldn't count on Irish being there. And I can't even find Misha on social media. So I definitely don't think she's gonna be there. And Misha has said she will never be in a group again. So this whole situation definitely traumatized her. And I don't think Nivea has any interest in being around some of them girls either. So it's going to be interesting to see the blueprints. But, you know, I'm going to download, I'm going to support, I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to find a way for us to try to do some type of listening session, a listening party, however we can manage to do it so that we don't get tripped up by the copyrights and people and things like that. But this is insane. And so, Miss Sentiment, if you ever definitely want to, you know, have a conversation, you know, an interview or anything like that, you are more than welcome to. I don't typically do a lot of interviews, and it's mostly me because I be lazy. But we can definitely make it happen. We can definitely make it happen. That's all we got for y'all this week. Thank you for the super chat, Dehende Pamby, giving me set it off vibes. I mean, again, I feel like as long as her hand is on that good Bible, she'll be all right. She's not gonna set it off on nobody. But don't take your hand too far away from the Lord, Pam, please. With that being said, y'all, listen. We have fun on this channel. Don't take this anything that I said too personally, because we be just having fun over here and having and uplifting each other and having a good old time as we talk about these shows. So don't get too upset about anything that we say over here, because it's all in fun and it's all in love. With that being said, y'all, thank you for tuning in to this. I'm about to go lay my butt down. I am tired. I am weary. I had to watch Erica go off on Garcelle last night. I'm shook. I'm shook right now. But if nobody has told you today that they love you, I'm telling you right now, I love you. Go tell somebody else, okay? Spread that love around. Spread that good feeling, that sunshine feeling. Y'all know what's up. I love y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next video.